Hello everybody and welcome back to the F1 2016 live career mode. We are now streaming on YouTube right now to the masses of you guys, the subscribers, and anyone new to the channel. And if you are, you're missing out on the great content we've had so far in this series from Season 1. We're now into our second season and we are at Bahrain for the second round of the championship. And in the last episode, which was last night in Australia, it was a bit mixed bag. On there, we still finished just outside the top 10, not what we wanted, but for this one, for the first time this series, as I asked you guys at the end of Season 1, you guys wanted me to do the full qualifying session, and you're going to get it right now. This is the first part of a new concept I'm doing for the rest of the series to see how it goes, and it is going to be the qualifying and the race are going to be both streamed on the same day. But one stream will be the full qualifying session with Q1, Q2, Q3, and the second stream, which will be later on in the evening, will be the race itself. And later tonight, I'm going to be asking you guys for some recommendations of times of when to start these streams, so I don't mumble jumble with timing, so you guys miss out on some days, but you will come to the others, if that makes any sense. But anyway, we're going to straight into qualifying now, and let's see what our agent expects us to be in this qualifying session.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
So for qualifying, we're going to finish 11th. So we only got to get into Q2 really and stay 11th. Beat our rival Grosjean and beat our teammate, of course, of Carlos Sainz. I don't know why I said Romain Grosjean there. But anyway, guys, let's head out onto the track. But before I do that, you may remember we did a lot of upgrades in the last episode, and that's what has happened. We're now the third quickest team, and Ferrari have jumped ahead of Red Bull. So I just wanted to quickly show you that, guys. We can get an upgrade, but I'm not really fussed about the fuel efficiency just yet. So without further ado, guys, let's go onto the track for qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximizing top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
So we're into qualifying then. For the first time doing full quali, so this is going to be interesting, and I want to thank you guys for the response to the feedback that I asked you guys in the last round at Abu Dhabi last season. So thank you very much for that, guys, for your support and opinion on this. So we've got the Mercedes coming out in a minute, and I'm not going to be doing that. We're not ending qualifying straight away on there, but I'm going to be showing you guys the setup that I'm going to be running for this one, and it's going to be the AOR set that I ran 2 days ago, actually. So this is the set I'm running. I want to give a shout to Tyranno Tigger, who is the guy who originally came up with this set and made slight little tweaks to it to what my preference is in terms of braking and pressure. So I'm going to leave Tyranno Tigger's channel in the description below. He is the alien of the PC Split 1 at the minute, so I'm going to leave his channel at the end of the stream. I'm going to put it in the description so you guys can check him out anyway. So there's the set, guys. If you want to use it, it's entirely up to you. It is a bit oversteery, so if you like oversteer setups, you're going to love it. So let's look at the tyres, actually. So we've got a nice selection of recommended for Q1. So we've got 2 sets for qualifying 1. I should have already got a set of softs, but we're just going to chill at the minute right now and go on to the track then for that. So here we go. Q1 then of this Bahrain Grand Prix, and if you all like what you're seeing, guys, make sure to like the video, and if you're new around here, to subscribe to the channel, where I will be giving shout outs to new people that subscribe. So if you're new, guys, you know what to do. Hopefully I'm praying that the Vettel GIF pops up in the top left hand corner of your screens. If it doesn't, then I need to somehow figure out a way to do that. So let's go for our first lap. I might only need to do 1 lap here, as someone mentioned, but we may have to go back out on this set again just to save a set of super softs, just in case of worst case scenario. We nailed turn 1 a treat there, but when we practiced earlier, we were in a bit warmer conditions, so the setup here should be able to be good because I've set this up for night time. As the track gets cooler, tyre wear won't be an issue as well around here. So you can see we're up already by 4 tenths on Ricciardo already. So it's a great start there from us. So we come into one of the trickiest corners on the track where I lose quite a bit of time on because I'm just being that cautious to not lock up the tyres. As we're just trying to catch up to... We don't want to be getting too close to that Sauber ahead of us. Because the Sauber isn't the quickest car in the field, I'm going to be honest. But we could get some lovely bit of slipstream here, which could cement our position at the top of the timesheets. And we're up again by 7 tenths of a second, so definitely massive there. So we're going to get a lovely bit of slipstream now from the Sauber ahead of us, so we will be comfortably, I'm going to be honest, in Q2 already. So that's definitely what we want there. So we're going to come across the line now with a lovely bit of slipstream. Where's it going to put us? It's a 32.4, which puts us provisionally on pole position in Q1 for the time being. And we've got our teammate actually second, so it's a Toro Rosso 1-2 at the minute, so definitely a good start from us in this career mode. And not bad time as well, I've got to say, in the Toro Rosso, so... Did make some mistakes though, to go get that Bottas through. Oh no, he's backed off as well, I think. I think he was on an in-lap as well, so... As Ricciardo sets a 32 flat, so... The Red Bull's looking strong, being the second highest, quickest team in the field, so... So we will use this set again, the super soft again. Just see what we can do. Vettel surprisingly on the soft tyre at the minute, as Bottas wants to go back to the pits a bit quickly. And we're going to do the real life thing now with full qualifying. We want to do a lap. You guys know last season we just skipped to the garage, but we're going to do this realistically now in qualifying, so we've got to preserve these tyres unless we feel very confident of going through to Q2 without going back out again. So I think we'll be safe, if I'm honest.
Conditions to remain dry for a while. We will update you.
So we're going to let Bottas and Button through. Button getting a lovely bit of slipstream there, but Bottas is holding him up a treat right now, unless they're both coming in for their in-laps. I don't know what Bottas is doing, but we're going to practice our pit entry now. So we come into the pits. Okay, so by the way guys, on our in-laps, I'm going to be answering questions. So if you're watching this live, feel free to put any questions in the chat and I'll read them for you guys. But something a bit new. Something a bit new for this new concept I'm doing. So, my favourite team, it's in the description of Valden Vlogs if you want to see who my favourite team is. With all my other stuff. Rian, I'm not going to be doing any return to garage crap because I'm going to be realistically doing the tyre wear stuff on their in-laps. Nowhere in Bahrain too realistic. What engine will Sauber have next year? They're using... oh, it's Matty! Matty, the guy who won the giveaway last night, is in the chat, so good to see you, Matty. I replied to your message, mate. I don't know if you saw it or not, but if you've seen it, then let me know. Why stay with Toro Rosso? Because I didn't get any offers in Abu Dhabi, which I was quite surprised about. So that's why. But if we get any offers, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to let you guys decide. So as you guys can see, we're second and fourth in quali at the minute, so I don't really think we should be going out. So I'm just going to skip a little bit of it. But I know I could save a set of super softs for there. So we're down to fourth. I think we're safe, guys, so I'm not going to go out. I'm just going to let the timer run out. I think we'll be safe as Science goes up to fourth, we drop to fifth. And there's no point doing that, so we are through to Q2 with a 132.4 as Vettel saved a set of super softs as well. by doing a 32.4. Hamilton in 12th, surprisingly. And the people who are out are Pascal Wehrlein, Ria Haryanto, Marcus Ericsson, Nazar, Magnussen, and Jolyon Palmer, the 6 people out of Q1. Now Q2, if you guys do not know, for Q2, whatever time we set, which is the quickest lap, is the tyre we start on. And obviously you guys know we're going to be on super softs regardless. We're going to have to see how we do with this. So we have got 2 sets of super softs here. As you can see, we've got a reserve set for Q3. So what I'm going to try and do is do the same thing again, but we're going to go on a used set of super softs to start off with to set a banker lap, and then the second lap we'll use a set of the super soft, one of the first ones which we should have used for Q1, and then in Q3 we'll use a fresh set which we've been using for this one, and another set for Q3. So if that makes any sense. So basically we're starting off with a used set a banker, then another set, a fresh set of tyres for that one. So we're going to go back out on those tyres we set our fastest lap on, but we're still going to do the on there. Do I like chocolate? I do like chocolate. I don't have any soft tyres because I went with the aggressive tyre strategy, so that's probably why you can't that's why I can't pick softs, I'm afraid. But I have got a strategy planned out for this race, which some of you may remember in the AOR League race, what happened to us in that one. I've learnt my mistakes. But we're going to set a time now on a used set of super softs. So we might not be quicker than before, but we may be quicker, so you don't know. As we're getting now into that optimal temperature range, excuse me, as Massa sets a time on the soft tyre. As Grosjean, our rival, now is quicker, then Ricciardo sets a 33 on the set of the soft tyre. And we're matching Ricciardo on a used set of super soft, so that's definitely promising. But remember guys, this is my banker, so I don't want to be starting on these tyres, I'm going to be honest with you guys. On the super bottle tyres. Yep, these are the super bottle tyres. So I'm just going to short shift up. So where's this going to put us? We're only a 10th up on Alonso. I think he's on a fresh set of super softs, but we go very wide. At the corner I struggle with on this track, because I lose so much time in the AOR League race around here in qualifying to the rest of the pack. I think I was like one of the slowest in the last sector, which is quite embarrassing, but I just can't get that line spot on. But we're going to come across the line and we go P4 on a 32.7, so
That's P4. You moved up to P4.
so that's not a bad time there. So we've got to get back to the pits now, and I don't think we're going to actually get back to the pits, you know, with 0.84 laps of fuel. So a lot of you are asking, I can see in the chat, about the whole Hulkenberg situation. I can say, from what I've seen, Hulkenberg will sign a 3-year contract with Renault for next season. And apparently Esteban Ocon or Valtteri Bottas are apparently the two main names linked with the other seat. So it seems, even though Kevin Magnussen personally has done well,
Carlos is faster.
is going to lose his seat, which means the door is open for a seat at Force India potentially. And I think personally Pascal Wehrlein may go there. You can throw in Esteban Ocon as well, with the Mercedes link up with the engines. So the driver transfer market, even though a lot of people are saying it's over, it's going to get really spicy right now. So we've got a lot to think about, guys.
Carlos is currently P2.
And Sainz, probably on a set of fresh set, is up there. So we're going to come into the box for a switcheroo of the super soft tyre. we go. I've just heard, these are rumours, by the way, guys, about Bottas. It was a rumour. Yeah, Wan was. It's good to see you. But from what I can see it, I believe it will most likely be Nico Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon at Renault, and I believe Pascal Wehrlein, I hopefully hope and pray, gets a seat in the midfield. The reason why I haven't picked softs, guys, is because I went with the aggressive tyre strategy, which means all I'm going to get is super softs galore. So, sorry about that, if anyone was expecting me to do that. So you can see we can gain 7 temps on a fresh set, so we're going to do that right now. And hopefully pray we can get comfortably through. We're currently P6, so you're going to see me coming out. So I'm just checking my phone for a second, and we will go out again. I just think it wouldn't be necessary. I just don't think it will be fair on Wehrlein to stay at Manor, but you don't know what's going to happen next season. Manor may be up there. I'm not saying with the leaders, but you know, fighting with the mid pack. So here we go then. As we hit 5 minutes remaining, this will be our last run, if I'm honest. So we've got to get a decent time here. We're just on the bubble here. So we just get that absolutely spot on there. So we're up by a 10th. Just about a 10th and a bit. We're just matching Vettel at the minute, who is on the. Who went out on a fresh set of super softs.
Only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So we can just get into the 31s, and that'll be quite good for me. Oh, just a little lock up there. And short shift up. Took a bit too much curb there, which has pushed us wide, so I have to quickly short shift just to stop that from happening. We're losing a lot of time here.
Conditions should remain dry.
Still 2 temps up. Oh, there you go. Look at the time there. We've gained a lot of time in the last sector. And a nice double short shift to 5th, and this will most likely be in the low 32s, and we move up to P2, so definitely a good time there from us, and we are most likely safe, and we'll start on these tyres. So I'm going to be really slow now on this in-lap, just to save a bit of degradation, because they're already at 8% all around, so we definitely need to think about that in the race. Yes, I do know Arav and Ben. I haven't actually met Ben yet, even though I've known him for quite a number of years now. It's in AOR, when F1 2010 was around. I've met Arav a couple of times. Met him firstly at Eurogamer, when it was in London a few years ago. And obviously the last time I met him was the British Grand Prix, which happened last year, so it was a great experience. It was my first time going to the Grand Prix. Went with the YouTuber lads and stuff, so it was a great experience for me to meet them. I met Matt as well, JD, Noble, Fizzy as well, so it was a great experience to meet all those guys. Hopefully I get to do it again next year, fingers crossed, because apparently there's going to be a lot of YouTubers going next year's Grand Prix, which will be very exciting. And we're just going to let Grosjean go through. So we're going to be safe, guys, into Q3. So it will be definitely a top 10 start for us, guys. So we're going to beat the objective, but Grosjean is in just about. into Q3 as well, so we have to try and beat him, but it's looking promising with this new setup that we've got on, and the upgrades as well will help us with the treat as well. You right, Gasper? Good to see you, mate. As we'll come into the box, and that will be it for now. As we'll have 2 sets of the Super Soft going into Q3. And what my idea for this one is I may do the same thing, because actually no, I don't think we need to, because we could still do 2 stops around here on a set of the Super Softs, and then on a fresh set of Softs, and then another set of Super Softs. So we'll see how that goes, as we'll just get the tyre warp blankets on. Thanks, Sonny, appreciate it, mate. I try my best. Oh, thank you, Gasper. Appreciate it. So we won't go out, guys. There's no point. We're through to Q3. A very good time there from us, and we're half a second quicker than our teammate as well. So a nice 29 flat in the first sector. We're 2 tenths slow in the middle sector, and we are roughly 2 tenths slower in the final sector. So we're actually the second quickest in the middle sector. So that's interesting. Alright, James, take care, mate. Thanks for stopping by. But we're going to be going through, guys, to the final qualifying session of this race. And then I'll be off, guys, for a little break. And then we'll be back for the race later on tonight. So, the guys that were out of Q3 are, surprisingly, Bottas is in there as well. And Massa, very interestingly. So we've got Gutierrez out. Rosberg, the big surprise, in Q2, he's out in 12th. Bottas as well in 13th. Hulkenberg 14th. Button 15th. And Felipe Massa in 16th place. So this looks a very interesting Q3, it seems. And looking at the times, obviously I know both Red Bulls are on the soft tyre along with Raikkonen, but I'm ahead of my teammate Sainz, and we're comfortably quicker by a second than our rival Grosjean, which is interesting. So very good to see. But anyway, let's go into Q3 then, guys, for what will be probably an interesting scenario for us. If we can get in on the front row, that will be fantastic for our second race of the season. So not going to go out just yet though, guys, because I'm just going to have a few minutes just to relax on check the conditions, and nothing's really changed. I'm just going to check the race actually. Looks alright in terms of the tyre temperatures. So we're going to go out in just a second, guys, but I'll be back later tonight, guys, about 8 o'clock.
Press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tyres and damage screen.
Hayden Jeff likes to interrupt me. So we have got 2 sets of Super Softs then for Q3, and we're jumping straight onto that right now. We're going to do 2 runs, guys, in this one. Hopefully we can get around to do that. So here we go then. Q3 then. So we actually got in to Q3 for the first time, so on the first attempt, so I'm quite happy with that. Hello Marco, I am good, thank you. Hope you're well as well. Right, so here we go then. First lap of Q3. My aim is at least the top 5, considering the likes of Ricciardo and Verstappen will be on the Super Softs again, as they're starting on the soft tyre. So let's see how we go then, boys. I want to try and get into the top 5. So too much curb there. Way too much curb, turning too early. So that's going to cost me as Perez. Set to 32.9, interestingly enough. So we're on a bit of the back burner right now, but we're still up in the first sector, so I think some of these guys will be on a set of scrubbed tyres, and obviously we've got 2 fresh sets of tyres, so that might be why we're quicker than Raikkonen at the minute. Obviously traffic could play a factor here as well coming out, as you saw with Bottas and Button in Q1. I know there's a lot less people, but the AI on some tracks can be a bit strange in terms of traffic. and where they come out when they come out the pits and stuff. So Vettel currently on pole at the minute with a 31.4. And you can see we're down 4/10 of a second to Vettel. So Vettel looking strong already. But that little mistake we had in the first sector probably is the reason why we're going to be down the pecking order, but we'll see how we go anyway. Coming across the line for our first lap, it's going to be a 1:31.8, which puts us actually P2 again, so that's surprising actually, considering we made a mistake. So we have got a bit of confidence going in, oh god, going into our second flying lap. Well, we lost a lot of time in that middle sector apparently to you guys, and we lost time at turn 1 with the curb, so yeah, it's not a priority at the minute. That's what the back burner means. So we're about a 1/10.5 down in the first sector, I will say. It's not too bad of a start, this. So obviously I've got, I don't know why I'm just coasting. I mean, yes I know guys, P2 hype right now, we're on the front row, but the AI will go quicker in the last, well I think that's what happens in Q3, they go quicker on their second laps. Well, about half of them do. So don't count out the Red Bulls yet, because they're, I don't know where they are actually on the grid, but it seems the Ferraris will be the team to beat this weekend, I feel. All we're just going to do is just keep going for points. Get our name out there, guys, to the mid-pack. And even top teams to think, oh look, there's that Ryan guy. And that was a good pit entry as well. I've got to say, I'm very impressed with that. We fixed that Fanatec. So don't worry, we have fixed that issue. I think we've only got about 7 minutes, as we're just going to be waiting for the guys to get to what we mean, as we had to wait for Sainz to get in. And there we go. Took a bit longer. But yeah, we have fixed the issue. It's only a temporary issue, Fanatec, so it could happen at any point again. But I am hopefully looking into buying a new wheel at some point, but financial difficulties at the minute for me. It's a bit tricky to get one, so I'm just hoping and praying that this doesn't break on me, because I'm having a great time doing this series. But if you are feeling generous, guys, I have left a donation link in the description. It's the first thing you see if you want to help out the channel, make it grow better, make me improve the streams, make me improve the equipment that I have. You're more than welcome to it. I'm not forcing you, like you have to do it. It's up to you. If you're really liking what you're seeing and you want me to improve it and make it better, then you know what to do. It's in the description. It's the first thing you see, so it's entirely up to you on this. We've got 4 minutes to go, so I'm not going to go out just yet. So we're going to leave it to the last minute. We have got that fresh set of tyres, guys, and we know where we're losing the time. So we've got a lot to think about here, but we're still P2. So we've got to pull 4/10 out of nowhere, but we're only just quicker than Vettel in the last sector by 2/1000ths of a second on there, but we lost a 1/10 and a bit in the first, and 2.5 in the middle sector. So it is, excuse me, it is possible, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out, but we'll see how we go on there. Cheers, Nick. What about Kevin Magnussen from a Danish fan? I don't know, but it's hard because Magnussen's done a good job, but hopefully he stays. But we've only got 3 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to be gone of Q3 right now. And we won't go out just yet. Well, I always go out with about 2 minutes to spare, but I might have to go out now. Actually, no, we'll go out. For this one, we're just going to drive out the pits and just drive our own thing. So, expect a lot of people to pop out any minute, though. Because if I just skip this all, I won't have time.
by 10th in the speed trap. 100.
It depends what wheel it is, Nick.
8 miles per hour.
What wheel have you got that you're willing to donate? Because I'm used to Fanatec wheels, but I know what wheel I want, but it's a bit expensive. But I'm gonna give the last. I'm gonna go out now because no one's coming out.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware.
I'm not from London, Gasper, but I am actually going to London this weekend. Who would be your driver of the season? There's a few names in the hat. Ricciardo's or Verstappen's definitely one. I don't know, really. I can't think of anyone that stands out. But we're going to go back out then, guys, for the final time.
Low chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Currently at the minute, no it doesn't. My old Fanatec wheel does not work on Xbox One, PS4, only works on PC. But if I was to get a new wheel, it has to be really compatible with at least the Xbox One if I get this game on Xbox One, so I can race with you guys who are on the Xbox side of things. So I do miss you lot, because the start of my channel was around the Xbox side of things for the career mode on 2011, 2012 and 2013, before I've jumped ship to 2014 on the PC. So I'm on PC if anyone does not know. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to do a poll, because we've got the giveaway later tonight. If one of the guys does not get back to me in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to do like a community vote on who you think is the driver of the day. Why did I say driver of the day? Driver of the season so far. Right, so here we go then. I'll speak to you guys at the end of this lap properly. We're going to do our last run. Is there a chance of pole position? Personally, I don't think so, but we could cement P2, which would be definitely what we want. So here we go then. I should have used more fuel. Marco's definitely right from what I've just seen in the chat. And again, the curb. I'm just being too cheeky on that curb every time. Come on. It's a lot better through this part of the lap. See, we've gained 3 temps in the first set, 4 temps nearly already on this lap. So here we go then, coming to the last part of the lap now. We're up by half a second now. But we're coming to a sector which I'm not really good at. I can't be consistent on. And we're only just up on the pole time of Sebastian Vettel. I don't even know where Vettel is at the minute on the track, so this is going to be quite close between me and Vettel. So Vettel doesn't seem to be going quicker, but we've just gone a bit wide, and that's probably cost me pole there. That last little bit has cost us there. We've come across the line, and we're only 2.5 temps off pole. Ah, it's not what I want. Oh well.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Vettel, Toro Rosso and Kimi Raikkonen. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So not really what I wanted right now, but we lost a shed load of time in the last sector, so I take the blame for the last corner. I turned in too early, I braked too early, turned in, put a bit of power on it and just went wide, and that's what cost me on there. But we still get a front row, we still improved, and it's a good thing we did because Raikkonen improved as well, along with Hamilton, so definitely the best thing that we did go out there as well. But it's still a front row start, which is important as well, but Raikkonen's in 3rd, Lewis Hamilton in 4th, the teammates in 5th, Ricciardo 6th, Alonso 7th, Verstappen 8th, surprisingly, down the pecking order, the 2 Red Bulls. Grosjean 9th, and Perez completing the top 10. Nick, I need to have a word with you. Nick S, I need to have a word with you actually, so if you tweet me stuff, I'll have a talk to you in a minute. So, before we go, guys, we'll have a little look at this. The important stuff, of course. The resource points will be absolutely lovely right now, because this is what I mean. We're going to get more resource points by doing all 3 qualifying sessions, and we get some 535 resource points. This will be good. We're going to be comfortably quicker than Grosjean. Look at that. Absolutely smashed out Grosjean there. On there, and this will be good as well. We're going to be back in the purple. So that's one thing achieved. Later on is going to be the race, of course, and we need to do better than that as well. So I'm going to thank you guys so much for this one, and if you did like this new concept, then slap a like on this right now. For it's going to be a regular thing for the rest of the series, and if it's any good, we'll keep it going again for Season 3 as well. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching this, guys, and make sure if you're new around here to subscribe and follow me on my social media links, as I will be back for the race later on. So it's very important that you come and watch that, guys, because you could see if we can win a race in only our second one. So until then, have a very good night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are right now, and I'll see you guys for the race later. Until then, it's been Ryan, and take care, guys. See you later.